Hello, everybody in the Ucoachia world. I'm so excited to be here, and I am Tracy Phillips, a video pro. That's all you need to know about me before we get started. And as a coach, video is so important. So I'm going to start with a fun fact, which is 95% of what is in a video versus 10% in written is memorable. So that means that if someone is watching your video, they are retaining about 95% of what you're saying. That's amazing. As opposed to 10% in written text. And so what I see happen is new coaches, even coaches who have been doing this for a while, you put most of your marketing efforts into email, posts, articles, newsletters, all things I love so much. And I want you to use them, but they should not be your priority. So we're here today talking about why you need to make video your priority, and retention of information is just a teeny little piece of that, but that should drive you to think like, oh yeah, I am hiding. A lot of people hide by the written post because it's a lot easier to write something than it is to put yourself out there. But here's a little truth bomb for you. If nobody knows you have something to offer, they can't buy from you. They can't book with you. They can't become your clients if they don't know that you have something to offer. And they will find what they need. Now, I like to say that I teach in a very edutainment type of way. I should call it maybe agitainment, because I am here to agitate you a little bit, because as a coach, you want to show up in the online world and you want to let people know like, hey, I am open for business, right? You want to let them know, here's who I work with. What's your niche? What do you do specifically? What do I do? What do I bring to the table? What do you get, which is the what's in it for me? And then how do you work with me as a coach, right? Those are all the things you want to be showing up consistently and telling people, hey, I want this from you, and here's what you can get from me. But what I see happen is, even though video is the perfect tool to let you do all of those things, again, you spend so much of your marketing time on all of the other things. I love those other tools to drive people to the videos where you are going to make the biggest impact. Now, the internet is not nearly as saturated as people will have you believe, right? But, and this is a big old but, you can laugh at that one, right? Your competition is jumping on the scene. So other coaches are showing up on video, and they're maybe not intentionally, but they're whisking away your potential clients, not because they're better or smarter or more experienced than you, but because the people who need you the most are not going to wait for you to get over your fear or figure out how to be visible. And I always like to say your visibility equals your currency. I'm going to say that again. Your visibility equals your currency. And I'm sure I'll do a live in here at some point, or certainly I'll do a training on that inside of the Ucoachia world, right? They're not going to wait for you. Your audience doesn't know you exist. They can't choose you. One more time. If your audience doesn't know you exist, they can't choose you. In the end, what it ends up happening is you have to choose you. There are some barriers you have to get over. You have to simply, and we're going to talk about the 4 C's, you simply have to commit and say, I am going to make videos. Now, the cool thing about video and the interwebs is the internet allows you to create your own stage. I work with coaches all the time, and the one thing they say to me is like, I want to be on stage. I want my own stage. Well, guess what? I get what they're saying. They want to be on someone else's stage. No one's going to discover you if you're not showing up first on the stage that you create. And that is what I love about video and online video, is you are creating your own stage for free. And that's how people discover who you are and what you have to offer. There's a phenomenon, and I call it the Gregory Effect, and it is affectionately named after Aurora Gregory, who is an expert on pitching stages. And so she said to me once, whether it's a physical stage or a video, like a live video, uploaded video, and you're holding the mic, that means showing up, right? You are instantly perceived as the authority in whatever space or whatever it is you're talking about. So again, even if someone just sees your face, they don't watch a whole video, They see you show up on video and immediately you become memorable and immediately you have claimed the stage and you are an expert in their mind. There is an inherent authority to showing up on video. And no, it does not have to be perfect or even close. And so there are 4 elements that really make you successful on video. And again, I cannot emphasize enough that you don't have to be great on video. You have to show up on video. And so the first C in my 4 C's is commitment, right? You have to make video your priority. You have to commit to it, right? Because if you don't commit to it, you're gonna find every other thing. Oh, the IRS needs to be called. Oh, I'm gonna, fix my junk drawer. Oh, I'm gonna organize my closet. Like, you will find every excuse in the book not to be making videos, and that is going to hurt your business. Again, your visibility equals your currency. So commit to video. Commit to bad video. We'll talk about that in a second, right? Clarity is the second C. You have to be clear on your marketing message, who you serve and how you serve them. And when you're on video, it forces you, it's like this myopic, these little blinders that go on, it forces you to become very clear about what you do, who you offer it to, right? And so you don't really get to hash those things out until you put yourself on video and have to figure that out. And then there's consistency. And consistency, my friend, is one of the most important things. No, you don't have to go live or post a video every day. Good Lord, I don't have something interesting to say every day, right? But you do need to commit with some sort of consistency. So if you can commit to once a week is ideal. That is what I tell my students and my clients, right? You need to show up, but your audience needs to know that you are going to show up week after week. If you can only commit to once every 2 weeks, then commit. But again, you're making that commitment to do video and you're going to be consistent with that video. The last C is confidence. And confidence comes from showing up and making mistakes. And it's not just confidence on camera, but again, going back to that clarity, it's confidence in being able to talk about what you offer and tell the person, the viewer on the other end of that little green dot, what to do next. How do they work with you? Do they book a curiosity call? What do they need to do to get into your world? Do not pussyfoot around this, right? I know there's a lot in nurture videos and getting people to know you and the touch points, and all of those are true, but every single time, if you know your video goal, that you want to book a call with someone, that is your CTA every single time. Because eventually the people watching your videos will be like, oh, okay, I need to book a call to find out more information about this. So again, the magic and that confidence comes from your clarity and your consistency, right? So the 4 C's are commitment, clarity, consistency, and confidence. And again, that confidence comes from showing up and making mistakes. The only way to get good at video is to make videos, period. Right? Your confidence comes from creating videos. You don't wake up awesome at video. Nobody does. I've been in the pro video world for 20 years. I worked with actors. They don't show up confident. They learn the script, they come in, they're prepared. It is their craft. Video becomes your craft. So give yourself a break. And there's 2 things I'm going to just talk about quickly, because I'll go into more detail on other lives about this, but I need to talk about the expectation gap, and that expectation gap is really what's holding you back. And the gap is this. It's this simple. Here's the videos you see and the people you want to show up looking like, and here's where you actually are. And that gap is not nearly as big as you think it is, but it's there. But the only way that you're going to make it here is by making some videos. Again, the only way to get good at video is by making videos. And so regardless of platforms, we'll talk about all that kind of things, blessed places to show up and all of that. But again, we want to fill that gap quickly, close that gap. The only way you're going to get here and looking professional and showing up and feeling confident and maybe not having the back sweat going down, right? The trickle down the crevice there. It will all get easier and easier and easier, but not by thinking about video, not by watching videos about videos. It's by actually making videos, showing up and doing the next thing, which is embracing the suck. One of my favorite things to talk about is you have to be willing to be a beginner. Again, nobody wakes up. There is no magic pill you can take at night and then the next day you're like, oh my God, I'm amazing at camera. No, I've been in the video world for 20 years, my story is probably your story, but I was a pro behind the scenes. I love telling people what to do. When I had to become the face of my business, the face of my brand, I sucked, and I sucked hard. I love to leave what I called scared baby Tracy videos from years and years and years ago. I became consistent. I committed to video. It's how I built my platform. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people and students and clients. I've worked on launches from $5,000 to $1 million launches as the video pro, as the strategist, right? The only way people learned who I was is because I kept showing up and telling people, here's what I do, here's how to work with me. Here's what I do, here's how to work with me. But if I hadn't embraced the suck, if I had just gone live and decided it really was bad and I'm not gonna do this, I don't know that I would even have my online business today. So the only way to get good at video, do you hear a little repetition here, is to do video. So the other thing, I'm just gonna leave you with this thought is, you can use video to create the business opportunities, to open doors and impact more people. So many people approach marketing in this negative, here's what you're missing out on. I don't want you to think you're missing out on anything. I want you to think of video as your door to business opportunities, because when you start showing up consistently, but imperfectly, imperfect action over a perfect action every time, right? You're gonna lay the foundation for video confidence. So my students, my clients, they use their content, they show up and they do videos, and suddenly I'm getting emails and texts and Voxes because they're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually better at all kinds of videos. I'm better at interviewing people and being interviewed, closing sales calls, captivating people on webinars, engaging audiences on Zoom trainings, right? Suddenly they're like, oh my gosh, just showing up and sucking at video for a little bit and getting better and better and better and getting that consistency and that clarity and that confidence has opened up the doors for so many opportunities. So I don't want you to think of video as just one more chore. I want you to think of video as an opportunity to opening doors and growing your business. Okay, I'm gonna step down off of my soapbox today. Again, you can look me up. It's Tracy at videoscriptsuccess.com. I don't like to talk about myself a whole lot on video. Why? You'll learn, because nobody gives a crap about who you are. They want to know how you can serve them. So I will see you. I'm going to join you, I think, later in the month here, and we're going to talk about how do you show up looking like a pro? How do you get a lovely background like this and show up well lit, sounding good? All of those fun things. Well, I will see you later in the month. Okay, have a great day. Happy Wednesday!